Bengals players that could get traded during the NFL draft. Yeah, I think Jermaine Pratt is really the only guy I see us trading during the NFL draft, in all honesty. Um, yes, I know this article is probably going to go into the whole Jermaine Burton situation. I don't think we're going to trade away Jermaine Burton. We're not trading away Trey Hendrickson. I don't care what anyone says. But let's just go right into this, because other than Jermaine Pratt, there's really no one else we would trade away. I mean, unless Zach Moss potentially, somebody wants him. Um, yeah, no, that's really it. I mean, like, there's actually nobody else. So the first person they list off, ironically enough, is Jermaine Burton. I just don't see a situation where we trade him. Two things, okay? One, what is his value? So far, since he has joined the league, he has been nothing but an issue. Problem after problem after problem. He only put up barely any stats last year. It's not like Jermaine Burton is, having a great offseason or something. Yes, he has the potential to be great, don't get me wrong, but we have seen many receivers in NFL history where they have the potential to be the greatest receiver, but they simply can't get mentally in check. Antonio Brown's a good example of that. Antonio Brown could never get mentally in check. Amazing receiver, but could never mentally get there. And as long as he doesn't see football as an important thing for him, because he doesn't want to practice, he doesn't want to learn the playbook, as long as that's the case, he's never going to be successful. So I don't know who would want to take on that issue or problem other than the Steelers. Honestly, other than the Steelers, I couldn't see anyone else who would actually want to be trading for Jermaine Burton right now. At best, and this is the best of the best, we would get a 7th round pick for him. At the very best. So I think given the circumstances that we invested a 3rd round capital into him, I think the Bengals are going to want to sit back and see if maybe, just maybe, he can change. But again, like I said, it's one of those situations where if they traded him, would I be surprised? No, but I don't think they're going to. I think that they're going to wait and hopefully hope that he changes. But as Duke has said before, and he said it this offseason, he's gonna need to want it himself. And it's really just a self battle at this point. He needs to fix this problem his damn self, and no one can fix it for him. So that's interesting. Jermaine Pratt and then Trey Hendrickson. Again, based on what we have heard from insiders, is that Trey will not be traded during the draft. If he gets traded, it will be after the draft is over with, after the Bengals know who they have and who are they thinking of replacing Trey with, and then the trade would happen, which very much irks me, and I completely disagree with that idea completely. If you're going to trade him and get picks this year and then be able to help yourself out in the long run, rather than saying, okay, we're going to trade him after the draft, put all that pressure on a 1st round pick, and then get picks for next year who you don't know what your team will look like next year. So I don't like that idea, but that was really what it came down to from some insider. I don't think we're going to trade Trey. I don't think so at all. Will there be issues going into this season of him sitting out or refusing to play? We'll have to wait and see. I hope not. I really hope that that's not the case, but at the same time, I don't know anymore, because there was a period of time where I thought Trey only cared about job security and, staying a Bengal and making sure whatever is best for us. And then this offseason, I've seen that he does actually really care about money, and he cares about getting paid $32 to $35 million per year, which, again, it is what it is. He should get paid. He deserves his money. He deserves the contract that he wants. He also has to play out his contract, though, that he signed 2 years ago. So, again, it's like this back and forth. But At the end of the day, you got to pay the Joe Burrow tax if you want to be a Bengal. If you want to play with Joe Burrow, you have to pay the Joe Burrow tax. Jermaine Pratt's the last guy, and this is the guy I think if anyone's going to get traded, it's going to be Jermaine Pratt. He's already requested a trade. There's not many teams, if any, that want him. I mean, it's been so utter quietness when it comes to teams wanting Jermaine Pratt, which I don't really blame any team. Jermaine Pratt, great in tackling, not the fastest, not the best coverage guy, does make key plays in key situations, does miss a lot of tackles too. I love Jermaine Pratt as a person, as like an actual person. I love the guy, right? But as a player, I think he definitely struggles greatly. So, again, at best, I feel like we get a 7th round pick for him anyway. But they might utilize him to trade up or trade. Actually, probably to trade up. You would probably use him to trade up or maybe get an extra 6th, 7th round pick in this draft. That's the only scenario where I could see them trading him. Even then, I just don't know if I think the Bengals are going to make any trades. It's one of those situations where I know this offseason has been very different than in the past. We paid both of our receivers, which is a problem we've had in the past that we didn't do. So, good job, Cincinnati, for that. But I just don't think we're going to go out there and try to get, or trade anybody. I think they're going to keep the roster they have. They like the roster they have, and they're just going to add on to it. But tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys next one. Who knows?